Hey there, I wanted to go over the 1.2 livestream in depth and explain the events and the RPG game mode a bit more than the quick livestream recap do. So for the fish that we get in the aquarium, the fish you fish up when fishing can be put in the aquarium in the house. And there is also going to be salt water and fresh water and pH values, and you also have to feed the fish. They did mention that you can get automated system for these things as long as you restock the food. Then you can be able to do hands-off upkeeping with the fish, so you don't have to check on them every day. Also, rare fish that you catch can be put on a decoration on your car on the back bumper. Then there's a new Mahjong mode, which is harder and a bit different than the current Mahjong mode that they mentioned. Then we also have house preset codes, so you can put down furniture and then make a preset code for that specific combination of furniture. Then you can post it on Bagel and other people can use that code to put the same preset of furniture inside their house. You can have up to 20 saved at a time. Then we have the QL updates. They updated the profile icons to look better. The new portable music player has a new UI. They didn't really show the UI off. And then you can hold click for upgrade materials, and instead of clicking once for every material, you can just hold it and it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 while you're holding it. Then there's a player report feature for online races for different categories. There's also an outfit toggle for Lacrimosa to put the cape on and off. Then they mentioned a new scoring system for the fight club. Something to do with damage and healing counting towards the scoring system, which means that you can get first without being first. I'm not sure. Or is it just for tiebreakers? It might just be for tiebreakers. They didn't mention that. Open world bosses nerfs for Hunter level 40 plus. So we have things like Headless Rider and the Whale. Those are all getting nerfed and being easier to kill from Hunter level 40 plus and 50 plus. Then the optimized character models, specifically for Linko and Elms, which are from ETD 6 if I'm remembering right. Anyway, but last time we got character model optimizations, we got them in 1.2 patch. So these are likely to be 1.3 characters, but we'll have to wait and see for the drip marketing. Then we also saw Shinku and Iroi previews. Shinku is a Cosmo main DPS character, and she's using the same weapon arc as Chaos, which means that the A rank weapon with crit rate is gonna be her best free-to-play option most likely. Then we also have Iroi with an anima support character. They did say she can also buffs, but when they went over her kit preview, her ult only does healing and damage or field, but it can also revive dead characters for a limited amount of time. So if you swap into a character while they are dead, it will revive that character as long as her ult is active, and once her ult is no longer active, they will go back to the grave. The weapons for Iroi is gonna be the liquid weapons. There is only really 2 A rank options for her. There is no S rank options. One of them is gonna increase healing and the other one is gonna increase redirect and ultimate damage. Not sure how good these are gonna be for her, depending on if her limited weapon provide any sort of buffs for the next character swap into or not. We'll have to wait and see for that. Then they mentioned that there won't be a 1.1 story continuation for 1.2. We are getting a story, but it's a side story for the RPG game specifically. The RPG game is a tabletop game made by DSD, which is in a normally tabletop game where you go into the world physically, kinda like a BD from Cyberpunk. The RPG game mode features 4 zones, or at least 4 zones that we know of, and 4 character classes. 1 for MC, 1 for Iroi, 1 for Shinku, and 1 for Mint. Mint is gonna be Barbarian, MC is gonna be Swordmaster, if I remember right, Iroi is gonna be a Mage, and Shinku is gonna be a Dragon Knight. There's also gonna be gear drops and a leveling up system where you get XP for killing mobs, and they also drop gear of different rarity. On the first playthrough, you will not have everything unlocked. Some zones will be locked, gear rarity will be locked, and once you go through the playthrough like a roguelike multiple times, you will unlock higher rarity gear and new zones, and you can also get to the final boss that is in one of the zones. The final boss was shown off to be a big dragon. It looked like it had pretty cool mechanics. The gear inside the RPG game mode has a unique look, so all of them has their own outfit look, so you can mix and match outfits inside the RPG game mode. We are also gonna earn coins inside the RPG game mode, event coins that you can use to purchase these outfits. But the outfits we purchase are completed outfits. You cannot mix and match the outfits outside of the RPG game mode, but we can buy the entire outfit as a completed outfit and wear it in the open world. The gear also said to have special effects and bonuses, like you can morph into a sheep is one of the passives you can get unlocked on the gearing system. We'll have to see how in-depth the gearing system actually is. There's also bonfires around the map, think Elden Ring, Night Rain type of stuff that you can interact with. You can regen HP, you can swap your gear, you can talk to the NPC to trade with them. They didn't mention what we can trade for, but probably gear and other stuff. And the NPC will also have some dialogue options that you can talk to them for. There'll also be random side quest NPCs around the map, even hidden NPCs they talked about. And there'll also be side quests that unlocks as you go through the game mode multiple times and unlock more side quests. You can also leave and save your progress whenever you want. It should be at the bonfire, so if you're in the middle of a run and don't have time to finish it, you can go to a bonfire, save it, and then exit the game. Then when you come back, you will start off where you left off last time. Then we have the banners, which is gonna be Shinku banner and Iroi banner. They're both lasting for 21 days, so we're gonna have a long patch. Shinku banner runs from June 18th to June 29th. Then we have Iroi banner from June 29th to August 19th. They also showed a new bike off that we are getting in 1.2. The bike looks a little bit different than vehicles we have seen so far. It also has a jump mechanic, so you can jump with the bike. You can jump over cars, railings, and other things like that, which is gonna be the first vehicle that has any form of maneuverability that isn't just riding around. We also have her skin, the Dragon Knight skin for Shinku, which should be from the RPG mode, I believe, has special animations when she's riding the bike. Shinku can ride the bike, it's not only a praiser. So she will be kinda like Heather when you ride the bike with Heather. Then for events, we have an auction house event where characters has powers or companions has powers. Think of it like the cafe. Every character in the cafe has a unique passives when you level them up. I don't believe there's a level up system for the auction house, but they didn't mention if we do or not. The character abilities reveal clues about the auction items, so you're not gonna know anything about the auction items. You're not gonna know the rarity, what they're worth, and how much they cost and stuff like that. The characters will reveal different clues about the auction items, so you have to mix and match your character depending on how you want to play the game mode, and then you have to kind of gamble on if the item is worth what you think it's worth, and then you have to bid on them like that. So it's kind of a puzzle event mode. Then we have hide and seek, where you can turn into an object. You get 3 objects at the start at random. So one player might get a basketball, a football, and a drawer. Someone might get a chair, a table, and a basketball. And those are the 3 objects you can swap between. You can also clone yourself, so you can put down 2 basketballs one for yourself and one for the clone. Then we have the Seekers, which has to shoot the players to eliminate them. But the Seekers have a HP bar. Whenever they shoot objects that are non-player objects, they will take damage. They did say you have quite a lot of HP, so you shouldn't worry too much about it. As long as you're not spamming, you should have plenty of HP. Then we have the fishing event, where we can fish with harpoon and nets and unlock more ways to fish. You're supposed to be fishing in big hauls, so we will have like 10-15 fish at once with the nets, and the harpoons maybe gonna be 3 or 4 fish at once. It uses its own fishing currency and leveling up system, as far as I know. And as I said, you unlock new ways to fish along the way. That's all they said for the fishing event. Then we have a new activity called Mews Flash, which is scratch off tickets, like a lottery ticket, where we can scratch off numbers to win prizes. I don't know if we win or what we win from the prizes, but I assume it's like other events where you win analyth and stuff like that. But the prizes were shown in fonts, so we might have to win a specific amount of fonts to unlock the prizes. Kinda like Bagel has their prize jams in that way, so you can get like a 50k fonts reward, but you're not getting the actual fonts. It's just a currency for buying the event items. Then we have 1.3 stuff. First, we are gonna get the continuation of the 1.1 story in 1.3. It's also gonna be the finale of episode 1 of the Scarlet Letter. They mentioned about that they stole the item for the auction house, they stole the teardrop from the NPC in chapter 4, and they stole the anchor in 1.1, and all of them has to do with time, so 1.3 story might revolve around time. They also said we're getting more swimsuits in 1.3. In 1.2, we're getting an Iroi swimsuit. They just showed a picture of it, no in-game model, unfortunately. But they said in 1.3 we'll get more swimsuits for more characters. They also mentioned we're getting more vehicles in 1.3. Perhaps we're getting another Porsche collab, but we don't know yet. They just mentioned more vehicles. They also mentioned we're getting summer themed events in 1.3. On top of that, they said we are getting a new property in 1.3. It's gonna be a build your own house type of property, so it might be a real expensive one, or it might work kind of like Infinity Nikki, where you can build your own house brick by brick. We don't know how extensive this new property is gonna be, or if it's gonna be bought with fonts, or if it's something everybody unlocks as a future. So with the cars, the fonts, and the summer outfits, I would definitely save all my fonts for 1.3 if I were you. I will at least personally do that. To also quickly mention, we are getting a bunch of events like pixel searches coming back, font rushes coming back, and a few other events like that. We also have the login event, which is just 10 pools for 7-day login. We are getting a free 5-star standard selector for version 1.2, where you can choose any of the 5-star standard character for free. That will be 3 selectors we have gotten since launch, which is very crazy considering selectors are not very often given out in most gacha games. Then they also mentioned that they are at Anime Expo from 2nd of June to 5th of June, that they have a panel at Anime Expo. They also mentioned that there is coming new clients, one to Steam, Epic Store and Galaxy Store on June 8th, which is gonna be the 1.2 patch release date. So if you wanna play on other launchers, you have that option now. For the people that like to see their hours played on Steam, you can now do that from 1.2 onwards. That is gonna be everything for this video. Hope you enjoy and hope to see you next time.